Hi everyone, my name is Raquel Knoll and I am a licensed real estate agent with Douglas Elliman. And today I will be presenting 26 Scudder's Lane in Glen Head, which is a fabulous 3-bedroom, 2-bath home located right in the heart of Glen Head, close to beaches, schools, shops, and transportation. We have Glenwood Landing is the elementary school that this home is zoned for. This is in the North Shore School District, and it is very close, as I mentioned, to the Long Island Railroad, buses, as well as 25A and the highways. So just to go through a tour of this property, we begin with the front of the house, which has beautiful southern exposure, and it's a great property that's set on a hilltop. So when you're in this house, you really feel one with nature. You have beautiful trees and greenery surrounding you. So it's a really peaceful, quiet environment, very private, lots of privacy, especially when you're in the backyard. It's all fenced in and gorgeous. So I just wanted to pause here for a moment just to kind of highlight some great features about the property. So one of the great features is you have tons and tons of parking. So as you can see here, you do have an attached extra large 1-car garage. Along the left of the garage, you have an additional carport, as well as all this excellent parking. The homeowners currently have large vehicles and they are able to park a minimum of 3 cars here. So it's a great space for all of your vehicles as well as your guests. And this is a view from the front of the house looking at the driveway. So what we really can't see, which is another additional bonus to this property, is that you have an additional car spot dedicated to this house on Scudders directly at the bottom of your driveway. So that's excellent. As well as you have another great view here of all the parking for your cars. Right here, you can see the top of the cesspool, which is located in the driveway, and it is so far down. We recently had it inspected, and the inspector said, "See you in 20 years," because it's in great condition and it's so far down that there's certainly no concerns with that. So homeowners always do like to know where cesspools are, so I did just want to point that out. As we go through the home, you can see here that when you enter into the home, you are greeted by this gorgeous, gorgeous stone fireplace. And this fireplace, it's a wood burning fireplace, and it really is one of the highlights of this home. You know, it's great to have something in a home that really welcomes you when you come in, and that fireplace is really a wow. It's definitely one of the greatest features that people notice, along with the wood detailing in the ceiling, the hardwood floors, and this large, beautiful window brings in all that southern exposure from the front of the house. And just to kind of go back to that entranceway, I did just want to point out here that because the property does have southern exposure, it really has never had any issues with snow. The homeowners have lived in this property for 18 plus years. And I just want to go back to this for 1 second. And they've never been snowed in. They have a service that they pay 400 plus, 4 to 500 a season for snow removal. And they said that typically by the time they arrive at the house, the snow has been melted. So that's something I just always like to point out to potential buyers. So just continuing on with the tour, you do have a great open floor plan here. So from the living room, you have a great entranceway to the dining room and the kitchen, as well as the foyer. The foyer is right behind this china cabinet, and we'll take a look at that later on in the video. But it's a great place for entertaining. Everybody wants an open floor plan nowadays. So this house already has that. So there's no walls to knock down needed. You already have that great flow. And as we see here in the dining room, you have an additional double glass door entering into the sunroom. And what's awesome about this space is that you have these great built-in china cabinets that really give it a beautiful charm and warm coziness. And if these doors stay open, you have this great indoor-outdoor entertaining for your guests. So it's just a very great flow to the house. We always like to point that out because not every house has a great flow, and this one certainly does. So here we can look at the view from the dining room into the living room. Again, we get a peek at that foyer, which we'll see later on that I'd like to highlight. But while we're here, we can see the double closet way, which we'll look at a little bit closer in the foyer. There's a lot of great storage in this house. There's so many, pros and cons to every house. And one thing that I notice a lot of homes do not have is A, a front closet, and B, storage. Storage is key, and this house has tons of that. We also have a view from the living room into the countertop that, by the way, has stools here. I believe there's 3 stools. So you have lots of seating for your guests. And you also have stainless steel appliances in the kitchen as well as granite countertops. We'll see the kitchen a little bit in greater detail later. So here we have the sunroom, which is all screened in. Now, there's no reason why you couldn't add regular windows in here if you wanted really to be able to use it all year round. However, we've been in this room all year round, and it's a great space. And as you can see, it's a large space. It is tiled floor, and you do have seating in here for a minimum of 6 at the table, as well as additional seating throughout. A great place to have your morning coffee, have a cocktail, have a great view of that oversized backyard, which is another highlight of this home. Here we have the kitchen, and here you can see that we have stainless steel appliances. We have updated backsplash as well as flooring, and we do have electric cooking here. However, there is gas in the house, so if you did want to convert to gas cooking, you can certainly do that. From the kitchen, you can see that we have a great window that faces the backyard, so you can take a look at your guests, your family, your pets, anyone enjoying the backyard. And from the kitchen, we also have that entranceway into the lower level. We'll call it the lower level because this home has a few different levels to it. It has a great easy flow. And here we just want to pause and take a look at this foyer entranceway. Not every home has a foyer, and this home has a great foyer. And in addition to the foyer, it also has a very large double closet for your coats. Many homes do not have a coat closet. You don't realize how important that is. My house is one of them, which is very frustrating. So having that coat closet is a really nice bonus. Here we are in the master. So when you enter into the home from the main level, you go up 5 steps, and on that secondary level, you'll have the master suite, which we are in right now, the smallest of the 3 bedrooms, as well as the second full bath. Here we are in the master, and as you can see, this master at one point may have been 2 bedrooms, and we can tell that by the header up here, kind of dividing the space in half, if you will. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of large furniture in here. So it is a very large space. We have 3 huge windows in this room. We have one that you can see, one behind the bed, as well as one hidden behind this vanity. So there's a lot of natural light, as well as the hi-hats, hardwood flooring, and his and hers closets. We'll see in the next photo the ensuite bath, and in this bathroom, there is a shower. So moving on to the smallest of the 3 bedrooms, even though this is the smallest of the 3 bedrooms, it's still a great size. You have lots of furniture in here as well as a large closet. This window does have southern exposure, so you'll get lots of nice natural light. And then we enter into the 3rd bedroom, which you open up a door and you go up, I believe, 5 or 6 steps, and you enter into this fabulous space that typically is everyone's favorite room. I know my teenagers would all fight to have this as their room. Nice cozy space with wall-to-wall carpet, skylight, built-in shelves, and an entranceway into a very large attic that goes the length of the entire house, which you can stand up in the center. Here we have a photo of the additional full baths. So it's a total of 2 full baths in this home. And then from the kitchen, you go down, I believe, another 5 steps. and you enter into what is currently being used as a quilting crafting room. It is a beautiful tiled floor. You could also use this as a den. It would be a great office, workout room. And if you even wanted to, you can put up a wall and make it an additional bedroom. It's just a great multi-use space, nice and bright. From this door here, you enter into the unfinished basement. And then you also have entrances in this room, as you can see from this view, into the laundry room as well as the garage. So in our next photo, we can take a look at the laundry room, which has a brand new washer and dryer, as well as a closet and an entrance into the backyard, by the way. Here, I just wanted to pause for a moment and take a look at the unfinished basement. This is a huge amount of square footage that if you wanted to fix up, you could easily paint it, put in simple flooring, and you would have a great amount of space. It is also awesome that all the utilities, brand new water heater, and all of the additional utilities are all kind of off to the side. I know in my house, our boiler is right in the center of the basement, so it makes it kind of inconvenient if you wanted to really have usable space. But here it is off to the side, so that's a great, great thing. And because we're elevated, it definitely doesn't have any water issues. Now, here we have the crown jewel of this property, which is a great, huge, oversized lot. And as you can see, it is nice and bright and sunny, a great place to have a pool. It has the entrance right here into that sewing room, as I mentioned earlier. Here we see the sunroom, as well as the entrance right here to the patio, which is where they have their barbecue. And this is a huge lot. Now, for Glen Head, the taxes are currently $12,400 and change. So with Star, by the way, and that is an awesome, awesome value that you get for your property. And in this photo, you can see a view from the other angle. And on this area, you have a slightly lower level to the yard, which would be a great place if you ever wanted to extend the parking back here. You certainly could do that. It would be a great place to have a dog run, or if you wanted to have a garden. There's tons and tons of options as to what you can do back here. If you wanted to get big equipment back here to do some landscaping, you do have the ability to do that because you have the entrance right here into your driveway. So it's a great, great property with tons and tons of opportunities to do amazing things. So here we have a photo of the floor plan. So you can certainly contact me and I will send that floor plan to you. And here is my contact information. Please feel free to call me or you can email me at raquel.knoll@element.com for more information. This property is available and I would love to show it to you as soon as we can, but I hope that you enjoyed this virtual tour. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call or text me, or you can also find me on Instagram and Facebook at Team Knoll. And I look forward to hearing from you. And thank you so much for watching and have a great day.